So I was looking at the ICP daily chart and I could not help but notice that this chart looks like it might get another low. Now, I know what I said in my previous videos. I know I said that maybe the low is in, but now that I look on the daily chart, I mean, it does look like this is an A, B, and then we'll get a C wave and maybe get the 0.382 extension. So yeah, this is a possibility, and like I said in my previous videos, you always have to zoom out and maybe go in the weekly and the monthly as well to get an idea of what is actually happening. So as you can see, I mean, on the weekly right now, we have a kind of major red wick, and I mean, we could close it red. I mean, we'll probably close it red, and maybe we'll get another one which will most likely close at this level right here before we actually bounce and we start this third wave move to the upside. Now let's go back on the daily for a bit. So I mean, the low could be in because on the 4-hour chart actually we do have an ABC down, so it could be in, but I mean, after we got this so-called C wave right here, we did not really go up a lot, and right now the price is pretty much consolidating. I mean, nothing is really going on. It's been going sideways between the 0.236 region right here and the major support zone of 0.618. So yeah, I mean, if it continues pretty much going sideways, then you can expect another low, in my opinion, because usually after we hit a second wave C wave, we go up in an impulsive move to hopefully make the first wave of this first third wave move to the upside. And right now I do not really see that. So yeah, that's why I'm expecting another low. Now, to confirm that this low is actually in, I need the price to actually break above this high right here at about $10.97. If it breaks above that level, then yeah, I can pretty much confirm that the low is in. But like I said, first I need to see the price actually do something. So right now we just have to wait and see what happens, because yeah, there's nothing to confirm right now. And yeah, this is, I mean, no matter what I say, it's still going to be speculation. But I mean, look at the 4-hour chart RSI. So we are currently at the, let's say, 50 RSI level, which is interesting because, I mean, here we did not really go oversold in this, what I think is the C wave, but maybe it's not. We did not go oversold, so maybe to confirm that the C wave is actually in, maybe we actually need to go in the oversold territory right here before we actually get a bounce. And if we do go oversold on the 4-hour chart, I mean, that would go perfectly well with the price dropping to this zone right here. Now obviously it could drop to the 50% extension and maybe even the 618 and maybe even the 0.782, but yeah, I don't want to see it drop that much, but of course it's also a possibility that it drops a lot. So yeah, it's just a matter of waiting right now because there's not that much going on. Now for the third wave, I expect the third wave of this move after we close the second wave. I expect the third wave to go between maybe $17 to $19, but in my opinion it could always go a bit higher, maybe to touch this level right here, the 0.226 extension, before going in a fourth wave and a fifth wave right here, to finish only the first wave, and that's the first wave of this third wave right here. So yeah, things are looking good as long as we keep the, let's say, $2.80 level. If we go below that, then this whole move to the upside will be invalidated and will most likely drop to, I mean, we will drop to new bear market lows, and I do not really want to see that. But right now I see no reason why that would happen, so yeah, I remain bullish, at least as of now. Now in this third wave that, in my opinion, we will most likely get in maybe, I would say, 2 weeks, 3 weeks at most. We should be there in like 2 to 3 weeks because, I mean, it's not a big wave. It's not even a main wave. So we should be there, in my opinion, in 3 weeks. If we do not manage to get there in the next 2 to 3 weeks, then yeah, you can expect another low in this second wave right here, because sure, the price might go sideways for like 5 months. I mean, it's possible that it does that. And would it be bearish? Well, in my opinion, kind of, but also kind of not, Because I've seen some other altcoins in the previous cycle pretty much go sideways for months after going down in the second wave. But we are pretty much in the middle of a bull market. Bitcoin is pretty much almost at all-time highs, so the ICP chart going sideways for months would not really be bullish in my opinion, and it going sideways for, let's say, longer than a month will most likely mean that, yeah, we'll get another low. Let's also go on the weekly chart again. So on the weekly, as you can see, we are almost below the yellow line on the RSI, and we are currently pretty much fighting with it. Now, we have closed the previous week right here above the yellow line, which is a good sign, because this might mean that something more bullish is going on. And I don't know if we'll close this week above it. If we do, then that's probably going to be very, very bullish. But if we somehow go below it, you always have to keep in mind that, we already did this right here. We went above the yellow line and then we got pretty much below it again and the price dropped a lot. So if this does happen again, then yeah, you can expect the RSI to do something like this and maybe go to the oversold territory on the weekly. Now, do I want to see that happen? No, not at all. And if I do see that happen, then that will be a new, let's say, almost 1 year RSI low. So yeah, we do not really want to break below this level right here. And I don't want to see the RSI actually go below the yellow line, but if it does, then let's hope it does not close there for longer than a week, because if it closes there for like 2 weeks, then yeah, we'll most likely get another low in this main second wave, and it will most likely be a lot deeper than what this was. Now let's also go on the monthly chart and let me remind you of my predictions. So like I said, as long as we hold this level right here at $2.82 or something, you can expect the price to go up a lot in the next bull cycle. Now, of course, that's not financial advice. You should do your own research, but I'm here to analyze the chart. I have to give you some predictions. So as a bullish top prediction for the cycle, I have the 100% extension right here, which is actually the previous all-time high. And no, I do not want to state this as the all-time high because I believe this was pretty much market manipulation. So yeah, I believe this right here is the all-time high. Well, I'm sorry, this right here actually, not this. And yeah, if we do break above this, could we go up a lot more than that? Well, in my opinion, yeah, sure. If we do get above that high, then maybe we'll manage to get to the 1.618. It's all a matter of how impulsive this third wave move to the upside will be. Because let's say if for some reason the third wave ends like here at the 0.618, then we'll most likely get a fourth wave, which will go maybe to the 0.236 or maybe a bit lower. And then we'll get a fifth wave move, and this fifth wave move could even finish right here. So yeah, of course it could go something like this, and we could actually go to $138 even if the third wave finishes here. But do I want to see that? Well, not really. If we want to get to the, let's say, 1.618, then I want the third wave to touch at least the 100% extension of the previous all-time high before going in a fourth and a fifth wave to get somewhere in this region right here. Do I think getting above the 2.618 is possible in this cycle? Well, I don't know about that. Of course, it's crypto. That could happen, but do I see the price go up like 8,000% from its bear market low? I don't know about that. It could happen because it could be a corrective rally, but I don't really want to see that happen. I think if the price somehow gets to like $300 in this cycle, will most likely drop again 98% in the bear market, and I do not really want to see that. Now, you could theoretically say that going to these levels is possible because the monthly RSI is like 34. And it's not even close to being overbought. But this RSI is not really a good indicator because, as you can see, it was oversold for pretty much its entire history. So yeah, you cannot. If you want to take a look at the RSI, you should probably use the weekly RSI. This is a much better indicator. And even this RSI, it was oversold for pretty much the first year of this coin, maybe even first 18 months. So yes, the RSI going to the overbought territory for the first time this year, actually at the end of last year, I mean, it's a good sign that things are changing. But let's say the monthly RSI does go to the overbought territory. I mean, I don't think that would be possible, because if the monthly RSI gets to the overbought territory, I mean, the weekly RSI would need to be like 155, and that's not possible. So right now, if you really want to look at the RSI on this chart, then I recommend the weekly RSI or the daily or the 4-hour chart, or maybe even the 1 hour. But I do not recommend using the 1 month RSI, because that's in my opinion not a good indicator. So yeah, right now I'm expecting the price to go higher, but before we do that, we might get another low right here, like I said, to maybe touch the support region I gave you. So yeah, I mean, now you have something to watch. If we do get a, let's say, deeper correction, and if the price somehow ends up falling like crazy in the next 24 hours, then the 0.786 level right here at around $6.91 is pretty much the last chance for the price to bounce. If it somehow gets to this level and it does not manage to bounce and break this high right here, then yeah, we'll most likely get another low right here in the second wave. But yeah, I cannot confirm that that will happen, because we've been going sideways. So maybe the price just needs to breathe for a bit before it goes in the third wave. But anyways, that's pretty much all I have for you for today. If you want access to some exclusive altcoin analysis, check out our Patreon. We also do personal altcoin analysis for members on there, so if you're interested in that, make sure to check it out. And if you like this video, consider subscribing, liking, and I will see you in the next one.